Welcome to Epic English Podcast in Context. This is episode 15.
Hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to be back with you. A huge welcome to all our returning listeners. And if you're new to Epizic, we're very happy you're here.
I am Alex,
And I am Sam.
and we are really glad you could join us today. Now, before we jump in, just a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying learning with us, could you please take a second to like this episode?
It really does help other English learners find the show.
And maybe leave us a comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel. It just helps us grow our community.
That's right. And as always, we've prepared some really great study materials for you. We invite you to download the free handout for this episode.
Yes, definitely do that. You can find the link for it right in the description below.
Or if you happen to be watching this, you can just scan the QR code that you see on the screen right now.
So could you tell everyone what's inside the handout? It's a very helpful resource.
Of course, it's a really useful tool. So inside, you'll find four main things. First, there's a pre-watching activity.
Okay.
You should do this before you listen to the main lesson. It just helps get your brain ready for the topic.
A little warm-up. That's always important. What's next?
Second, there's a while watching activity. These are some exercises you can do while you're listening to us right now.
So it helps you focus.
Exactly. It keeps you focused on the keywords. Third, we have an after watching activity. This is for practice after the episode is over.
To check what you remember.
Yes, and to help you start using the new phrases.
And the last thing.
And finally, the handout has the full podcast script. This means you can read every single word we say.
Which is perfect for checking your understanding or, looking up a word you didn't quite catch.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's my advice for today. A little listening strategy for you.
Mm-hmm.
First, just listen to the whole thing one time through. Don't stop.
Right. Just get the main ideas. Don't worry about every single word.
Exactly. Then, download that handout, listen a second time, but use the script to read along with us. I think it's the best way to improve listening and reading together.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget that we have timestamps in the description, so if you want to jump to a specific part later, you can just click the link.
Okay, I think we are ready to start. What is our mission for today?
Well, today our goal is a very practical one. We are going to learn 5 natural ways to ask, "What do you mean?" in English.
This is such a common problem, isn't it? Not just for learners, but for everyone.
It really is. You hear someone say something, but you just don't understand the specific meaning.
But you can't just say what all the time.
No, that can sound a little bit rude. We need to know how to ask for clarification politely.
Right, we don't want to sound aggressive.
Or confused. We want to sound interested, professional, and, intelligent.
That sounds great. I'm ready. Let's look at our first expression.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the first expression is, what do you mean by that?
A classic.
I say it again. What do you mean by that?
This is a great place to start. Let's analyze it. I would label this one as general or everyday use.
Okay, so general use, what does it actually mean?
Well, it means you're asking for more specific details about something the other person just said. It's a pretty neutral question.
So not too formal, not too casual.
Exactly. Just standard, everyday English.
You said it's neutral. Is the tone of voice important with this one?
Oh, yes. The tone is incredibly important here. Because the words are so simple, your voice really carries all the meaning.
How so?
Well, if you say it softly, with a curious voice, like, "What do you mean by that?" it shows you're interested.
You want to know more?
Exactly. But what happens if you say it loudly or really fast?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Yes. Then it can sound very aggressive. It sounds like you're angry or you really disagree with them, so you have to be careful.
Got it. So a calm, soft voice is key.
It is. So the best situation to use this is probably when you're talking to friends or colleagues about, general topics. It's a very common phrase.
Okay, let's try a few examples to make this really clear for everyone.
Good idea. So, example A. Imagine you are at work. Your colleague turns to you and says, "This project is going to be tricky."
Tricky. That means difficult or complicated, right?
Yes, exactly. But you don't know why it's tricky. Is it the deadline? The budget? The client?
So you need more information.
Right. So you ask, "What do you mean by that?" You're asking for the specific problem.
That makes perfect sense. What about an example from daily life?
Yeah, okay, example B. Imagine your friend just saw a new movie. They walk out and say to you, the movie was interesting.
Oh, interesting. That word can mean so many things.
It really can. It can be good. It can be bad. It can be just weird. It's a very vague word.
It's not clear.
Exactly. So you ask, what do you mean by that? You're really asking, was it good? Was it bad? Tell me more.
I like that. It helps you get their real opinion.
Mm-hmm. Should we try a little role play?
Yes, let's do two.
Yeah.
Everyone listening, pay attention to our tone of voice.
Okay, I'm ready.
Role play 1, we're at work. So, hey, I think the office needs to change the schedule next month.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I was thinking we should start work an hour earlier, to beat the traffic.
Oh, I see. That's an interesting idea.
Did you hear that? I said we needed to change the schedule, but that wasn't specific.
Right. I needed more information before I could really respond.
Okay. Now for role play 2. This time, we're friends.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I can't have any cake. I'm not eating sugar today.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm trying this new diet. No sweets for a whole week.
Oh, wow. Good luck with that. That sounds tough.
So in that case, you asked because you were surprised. You wanted to know the reason why.
Exactly. Now, is there a common mistake that English learners make with this?
Yes, there's a big one. The mistake is just saying what, or maybe meaning.
Just meaning.
Yeah. Sometimes learners just say the single word, meaning, with a questioning tone.
And why is that a problem?
It's just too direct. It can sound a bit like a robot or like you're demanding an answer right now, so it can feel a little rude.
So it's much better to use the full phrase.
Yes, exactly. What do you mean by that? Is softer and much more polite.
Okay. Time for a little practice. For everyone listening, I want you to repeat the phrase out loud.
What do you mean by that? Go on, try saying it now.
Good. Now, just for a moment, think of a time today when you were a little bit confused. Imagine asking this question.
Okay, I think it's time for our first quiz.
I agree. Mini quiz number 1.
All right, listeners, here's the situation. Your friend says, I don't like this restaurant. But you're surprised because you think the restaurant is great.
And you want to know the specific reason? Is it the food? The service? Maybe it's too noisy.
So the question is, which phrase is the best one to use to find out the reason?
Don't answer now. Just think about it and guess in the comments section below.
And we will reply to you with the correct answer.
Okay, moving on. This is where it gets really interesting for people in professional situations. Expression number 2.
Yes. Expression number 2 is, could you clarify what you mean?
Ooh, that sounds very professional. Let me say it again. Could you clarify what you mean?
It's a wonderful phrase. So let's analyze it. I'd label this one as professional, work, or school.
And what does that word clarify mean exactly?
Clarify just means to make something clear. So imagine a window is dirty and you can't see through it. You clean it, and then you can see clearly. This phrase is asking the other person to clean their idea so you can understand it.
I like that, cleaning the idea. And what about the politeness level?
Oh, this is high. It's very formal. It's very polite and very professional.
So what's the best situation to use it?
This is perfect for talking to your boss or a professor at university or maybe an important client.
Right, it makes you sound smart and respectful.
It really does. It makes you sound like a true professional.
Let's give our listeners a couple of examples.
Okay. Example A.
Yeah.
You're in a business meeting. Your boss says, we need to improve our numbers next month.
Numbers. That's very vague. Does she mean sales numbers or visitor numbers?
Exactly. So you would ask, could you clarify what you mean? You're asking which numbers specifically. It shows you're paying attention and you want to do a good job.
Good one. And example B.
Let's think about a school setting. A professor says, the topic for your essay is flexible.
Flexible. That can mean anything.
Right. And you don't want to write the wrong essay, so you could raise your hand and ask, could you clarify what you mean? You want to know the exact rules.
Let's try the role plays. I'll be the boss for the first one.
Okay, you're the boss. Role play 1.
Listen, team, the deadline for this project is tight.
Excuse me, could you clarify what you mean?
Yes, it is due tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Understood. I'll get started right away.
Wow. So tight meant tomorrow. That was very important
It's
information.
very important. If I didn't ask, I might have thought I had a whole week. I could have missed the deadline.
Okay, role play 2. This time you are a client and I am a staff member at a cafe.
Okay. Excuse me, I think the bill seems wrong.
Could you clarify what you mean?
Well, I think you charged me for 2 coffees, but I only had one.
Ah, I see. Let me check that for you. I do apologize.
See, you were so polite. You gave me a chance to explain the problem without getting into an argument.
So what's the common mistake here?
The common mistake in a professional setting is asking, what do you want?
Ooh, yeah. What do you want? That does sound very aggressive.
It really does. If my boss says, improve the numbers, and I say, what do you want? I could be in trouble. It sounds like you're challenging them.
But could you clarify is different.
Yes. It focuses on understanding the idea, not challenging the person. It's about the work. It's much safer.
That's a great point. Focus on the idea. Okay, listeners, let's practice this one. I want you to focus on that word, clarify.
Repeat after me. Could you clarify what you mean?
Let's try that keyword one more time. Clarify.
Excellent. Okay, time for our next quiz.
Mini quiz number 2.
Here is the scenario for you. You are in a job interview. It's a very important moment. The interviewer asks you a question about your future goals.
But the question is a bit vague. You're not sure if they mean career goals or, personal life goals.
What is the most professional way to ask them to explain the question a little more?
Write your answer in the comments. We want to see how professional you can be.
All right, let's relax a bit for the next one. This one is more casual.
Yes, it is. Expression number 3 is, how do you mean?
Short and sweet.
How do you mean?
So let's analyze this one. I'd label it spoken English, casual, or conversation.
It sounds a little different grammatically. How do you mean? We usually learn, what do you mean?
It does sound a bit different. You're right. It's actually a shorter way of saying, in what way do you mean this?
Ah, I see.
But native speakers often shorten it just to, how do you mean? It's very, very common in spoken English.
Is it polite?
It's neutral to casual. It sounds very natural and relaxed. It shows that you're listening closely to the conversation.
And the best situation to use it?
Quick conversations, chatting with a neighbor or friends or with colleagues on a coffee break. It keeps the conversation moving.
Let's look at some examples.
Okay, example A. A casual chat at work. A coworker comes back to their desk and says, wow, that meeting was heavy.
Heavy. Like difficult to lift.
No, more like emotionally heavy, or maybe it was just really long and boring. So you ask, how do you mean?
And you're sort of inviting them to tell you more.
Exactly. And example B, imagine you're with a friend and they say, I feel different today.
You could ask, how do you mean?
Yes, you're asking different in a good way or a bad way. Are you feeling sick? Are you happy? You want to understand their feeling.
Okay, let's do the role plays.
Role play 1. We're in a coffee shop. This coffee tastes a bit funny.
How do you mean?
It tastes a little burnt, I think, like they roasted the beans for too long.
Oh, that's a shame. You should ask for a new one.
See? Just a quick, simple question.
Now, role play 2. We are walking outside. Oh, look at the sky. The weather is turning.
How do you mean?
Look at those big gray clouds over there. It really looks like it's gonna rain.
You're right. We should probably hurry.
So the weather is turning is an idiom. It just means the weather is changing.
And I asked, how do you mean? To check what kind of change you saw. Okay, what's a common mistake with this one?
I think I can guess. Is it using this phrase in formal writing?
You got it. The mistake is using how do you mean in, say, a business report or a legal document.
Why is that?
Well, because it's a spoken phrase, it can look grammatically strange on paper. It's much better to stick with something like, could you clarify in your writing?
Good tip. Keep this one for conversation. Okay, listeners, let's practice. I want you to try saying this one quickly and naturally. It should sound like one smooth phrase.
How do you mean?
Try to sound curious. How do you mean?
Perfect.
And now it's time for the quiz. Mini quiz number 3.
Okay, here's the scenario. You're chatting with your neighbor. They say, this street is getting busy.
And you're curious about how it's busy. Are there more cars? More people walking around?
What is a short, natural phrase you can use in this situation?
Guess in the comments. Remember, it's just a casual chat.
All right. On to number 4. This one always makes me feel a bit more intellectual.
Me too. Expression 4 is, in what sense?
In what sense?
So let's break this down. The label here is discussions, debates, or maybe meetings.
Okay. And what does it mean exactly?
It asks for the specific context or the definition that the speaker is using. Many words have more than one meaning,
Right.
So when you ask in what sense, you're asking which meaning of that word are you using right now?
And the politeness level.
I would say it's formal and intellectual. It makes you sound like you are thinking very deeply about the topic.
So what's the best situation for it?
I think when you're discussing opinions or maybe art, politics, or business strategy, it's great for abstract ideas.
Abstract ideas. Okay, let's have an example.
Example A, the discussion about business. Someone in a meeting says, this solution is cheaper.
Okay, cheaper sounds good.
But you're thinking more deeply. So you ask, in what sense? Are you asking if the price today is lower? Or is the long-term cost lower?
Ah, that's a very smart question. It shows you're thinking about the future, not just right now. What about another example?
Example B. You are at a book club. Someone says, I think the main character is a hero.
And you could ask, in what sense?
Exactly. Is he a hero because he fights bad guys? Or is he a moral hero because he always does the right thing? The word hero has different senses.
Let's try the role plays. This feels a bit like a debate.
It does. Okay, role play 1. We're in a strategy meeting. We need to be more aggressive with our marketing.
In what sense?
I mean, we need to buy more ads on social media and on TV.
I see. Thank you for clarifying.
So you challenged my word aggressive. You wanted to know my specific definition of it.
Yes, I did. Okay, role play 2. We're discussing an opinion about a place. You know, I think London is a difficult city.
In what sense?
Well, it's just so expensive to live there. The rent is incredibly high.
Ah, so you mean financially difficult.
Correct. Difficult could also mean dangerous or confusing. But I was using it in the sense of money.
Okay, what is the common mistake with this one?
The mistake is using this phrase for simple physical facts.
Can you give an example?
Well, if I say to you, I am hungry, and you ask me, in what sense? That's just strange.
Right. In what sense are you hungry? Is your stomach hungry? Or is your soul hungry?
Exactly. It sounds like a joke. Hungry is a simple fact. So you should only use in what sense for those abstract ideas or opinions with multiple meanings.
That's a great tip. Okay, listeners, let's practice this one with a thinking tone. Imagine you are a professor,
In what sense?
trying to make your voice go down a little at the end. In what sense?
Very intellectual.
And now for the quiz. Mini quiz number 4.
Here's the scenario. Your team is discussing the meaning of success. A colleague says your last project was successful.
But you know the project lost money, so you want to know their definition of the word success.
Which phrase fits best in this kind of intellectual discussion?
Leave your answer for us in the comments.
All right, we have reached our final expression, number 5. And I think this one is very, very useful for language learners.
It is. Expression 5 is, I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
This one is a bit longer. Let me say it again. I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
Let's analyze it. The label here is learning, confusion, or maybe even humble.
Humble. That means you're not proud and you're admitting you don't know something.
Yes, and the meaning is very simple. You are telling the other person that you are lost and you need their help.
And is it polite?
It's very polite. It shows you're being honest about not understanding, and people usually want to help you when you say this.
And the best situation to use it.
When you're learning something new.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone is giving you complicated technical instructions.
Or when you're just completely confused.
Yes, when what do you mean isn't enough. You need a full explanation. Let's do an example.
Okay, example A. You call IT support for your computer. The person on the phone says, okay, first, reboot the router and then flush the DNS.
And I have no idea what that means.
Exactly. So you say, I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain? You need them to explain it step by step.
What about another example?
Okay, example B. You are in a language class. The teacher explains a very complex grammar rule, but you are completely lost.
You can raise your hand and say, I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
It's the perfect thing to say in that situation.
Role play time.
Okay, role play 1. I will give you directions to the station. So, to get to the station, go out the door, turn left, then right at the bakery, go under the bridge, and it's on your left.
Whoa, wait. I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain that again more slowly?
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's start again. First, go out the door.
That was just too much information at once. I had to stop you.
Yes. Okay, role play 2. You're explaining the rules of a game.
Okay, so in this card game, if you have a jack, you can skip a turn, but only if the queen was played in reverse.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
Of course. Let's look at the cards together and I'll show you.
In that situation, I was just completely lost. I needed more than a small clarification.
So what is the mistake here? What do people do wrong?
I think the biggest mistake is pretending to understand when you don't.
Ah, yes. The nodding head.
Exactly. Someone explains something complicated and you just nod your head and say, uh-huh, uh-huh. But inside, you have no idea what they're saying.
Why do we do that? We don't want to look stupid.
We don't. We feel embarrassed. But the problem is later on, you're going to make a mistake. It's so much better to just use this phrase. It shows you want to learn and you want to get it right.
So be brave and admit you don't know.
That's the key.
Okay, listeners, this is a longer sentence, so it's good for building your speaking stamina. Let's practice the full sentence.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
Let's try it one more time.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
Let's try it one more time.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
Great job. And now for our final quiz. Mini quiz number 5.
Here's the scenario. You are at a doctor's appointment. The doctor uses a difficult medical word that you do not know. This is about your health, so it's very important to understand.
What is the best way to ask for a full explanation?
Tell us what you think in the comments.
Wow. We have covered a lot of ground today.
We certainly have. Let's do a very quick recap of all 5 expressions.
Good idea. Number 1 was, what do you mean by that?
And that's the neutral, everyday phrase. Remember to use a soft voice.
Number 2, could you clarify what you mean?
And that's your professional, polite choice for work or school.
Number 3 was, how do you mean?
That's the short, natural phrase for casual conversation.
Then we had number 4, in what sense?
For those deep discussions about abstract ideas and definitions.
And finally, number 5, I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain?
And you use that one when you are learning something new or you're just really confused.
An excellent summary.
Yeah.
Now, about those quizzes.
Yes. We asked you 5 different questions today. We would love to see your answers. Please post them in the comment section below.
And please don't worry about being wrong. We are here to help you. We will reply to your comments with the correct answers and some feedback.
It's a fantastic way to get some writing practice.
And one final reminder. If you found any of this difficult, please go and download the free handout.
Yes, try listening to this again, but this time, read along with the script. You will be amazed how much more you understand the second time.
Thank you so much for listening to Epic. We hope you feel more confident about asking for clarification in English now.
And we invite you to join us again for the next episode. Keep practicing and stay curious.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.